G'day. Thank you very much to the Evoke Committee for having us. Tim Neale's my name. I'm the new president of the Australian AgriTech Association, also co-founder of Data Farming. Many of you might know about the association. We're the peak body for Australian agritechs across the nation. There's over 500 agritechs now in Australia, which is exciting. And I guess our key role is to really promote the sector, both locally and internationally. And it's fair to say that a lot of agtechs, do head overseas to expand the marketplace. We also work, very closely with our friends in New Zealand to try and collaborate from a whole region perspective as well. Our role is really to connect businesses with research, industry, and particularly around government. There's a lot of advocacy that we need to do to promote agritech as a legitimate business on its own, a legitimate segment of agriculture as well. And I guess part of that is looking at the opportunities, looking at the size of the market, and also key things are around finding, talent, because good people are hard to find. And there's limited resources in this country. So we're really keen as an association to help agtechs get that talent and also investment, which is really important. And I guess at all of that, we really want to celebrate the successes from our businesses located here in Australia. So if you're not a member already, find one of the team, and we'd really look forward to having you as part of the association. We have a number of membership tiers, but we've kept that pretty simple and pretty cost effective. Our committee, a tremendous group of hard-working volunteers to pull this together. This is your committee. We're here to serve those members to get the most out of agritech in Australia. COPO's left 3 years of a tremendous legacy to follow on with, and now as a committee we're really taking to the next steps and the maturity of the association. So I encourage you to reach out to one of the committee members throughout the day and next 2 days. Pretty much everyone's around this whole conference. So what does 2024 look like? I'm calling it the year of the cockroach. We've had 10 years of a lot of hype and excitement, but unfortunately, things are starting to really mature to a point where we need to get really smart about where investment's going. And there's a really sad fact that Australian agritechs receive only 1/10 of the funding per capita, that's per person in the US, of the United States. So we're doing a hell of a lot on a real shoestring budget. And I think that really needs to change. And not many people know about that. And I think that's the kind of thing we need to push the government to say, look, this needs support. If you really want it to be a $20 billion industry, then we need support. And there's some good changes coming in that sense, but we're still a long way from that. I guess I encourage any sort of investors in the audience to think about, there's been a lot of chasing of unicorns. And, unicorns don't really exist in agriculture. It's a bit of a farce. And I think we need to start funding cockroaches. And these are the businesses that are going to survive the test of time, right? They're going to be here forever. But they're the ones that are really delivering grassroots value to farmers and the industry. They're the ones that really have impact. And they've sort of been left out a bit from all the hype and excitement. And I think we haven't done a very good job of exposing large amounts of capital to the agtech sector. There's huge amounts of capital sitting in private equity at the moment that has not been exposed to the agritech sector. So I think there's some great opportunities there, and we need to really expose some of those opportunities to the ecosystem. And I guess we need a Team Australia approach. I talk to a lot of members every day, and all I get is the feeling of lots of market failures in this country. We need to work together to take on the world, but we still are creating some market failures inside our own country. And I guess that's all about collaborative agriculture, about working together to achieve a common goal. And that includes our friends from over the ditch as well. soon. Luckily enough, last week we just secured the venue. We secured the date for our next Investor Showcase and Awards night. So if you're interested in coming to Melbourne, 6th of June, put it in your diary. Last year we had a really successful event in Sydney. There was an investor showcase there with matchmaking between agtechs and investors, and there was over 250 meetings between agtechs and investors that day, in one day. So we want to replicate the same thing again in Melbourne, followed by a dinner and the awards with 11 awards. The good thing is we've tacked it onto the back end of Hawke Connections. So if you're going to Hawke Connections, follow it up with another day with us would be great. So any information, feel free to reach out to us on that email, or Meg's also floating around somewhere, so get in touch. Thank you very much.